Hey guys, we're gonna have to hurry. I don't have a lot of space on the camera, so part two, fixing this satin pinball machine. We're gonna be working on a coin mech. That would be this piece here. It counts the number of players. Alright, but basically what we're looking at is the machine's got quite a few of these. It's got two here, it's got two more back here. Can't really see them. Anyway, these things get very gummed up inside this shaft that passes through and comes out right here. The sleeve that's in there, the old time grease will just get gummed up and it'll freeze up and it won't work. What you're going to want to do is set your points like I showed you with the rest of this stuff. But the big thing that fails on these is this shaft right here. Okay. At the top of it, you've got this piece, and it moves. Let me get this spring out of the way. It moves. Okay, and it's on kind of a rivet. And when I started working on this, I swore this thing was welded or one piece. It was that stuck. I could not move it. Didn't matter what I did. That's where that break free, right there, that's where that comes in handy. I couldn't move this to save my life. I squirted a little break free on it, and within 3 seconds, it ate that old time grease, and it went from being welded solid to this. Okay? That's the way it's supposed to act, because it has to slip over each of these teeth one at a time. Alright, so here's the deal. What you're going to want to do, put your screwdriver in this slot, pop this off. This spring, it comes off, it goes 3 turns, maybe 4. Okay, when you put it back on, you got to wind it up 3 turns, maybe 4. That gives it enough pressure to take this back. You're going to want to pop that off, slide this spring off, put your vice grips on this gently, just tight enough it doesn't slip. Come over here with your wrench, undo this, and work this off. It's really hard. Mine were stuck. And just work that off there. Okay. Once you have this off, then you can go back to this side. This is very hard to do with the lighting I have and stuff. But you come back to this side. Oh, unbelievable. And you can slide this shaft out. Take that shaft out, use your emery or your Scotch-Brite pad, wrap it around the shaft and just spin the shaft in here a few times, kind of like that. Polish it up. Then take a strip of Scotch-Brite, slide it through the hole where the shaft was, and just sit there and twist it over and over and over. Maybe move it back and forth this way as you twist it, and clean that out. Okay? Then take your Scotch-Brite pad again, and this is very important. These get so corroded and gummed up. Mine even had paint on it. I don't know what the heck that was about. But you just want to take this and give it a rub, and almost instantly you're going to see it shines. That'll give you a good connection. Take and clean the tips of these with this. Then take your electrical grease. Okay. Put it on the tips. Put this on the shaft. Put the clip back on and the nut back on, reassemble the spring, and then rotate that look at the mark it left with some grease. It'll leave a little grease mark, and grease right around that mark. You don't have to grease the whole thing because it only touches in a certain spot, but grease it where it's going to touch. Okay? Then come back, work these, get them loosened up with a little brake free. Don't grease them, just use brake free. It's a lubricant on its own. Make sure everything's lubed. Make sure that your spring has got enough tension to pull it back. So it should work just like this. It should click, bite down on that tooth, and push it. When it comes to the end, there will be no more teeth. That's when the reset comes into play. Okay? It'll click down and it'll release it, and it should spin all the way back to that switch. Ready? And then the whole process starts again. If you can do that, you're good to go. Watch for video 3. We're going to do something else.